Time for another Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. What's up, everybody? I'm Mark Walters. This is Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. This is my new this week haul, and nothing terribly earth-shattering here, but there's a few things that you might like. And then I did find one really cool back issue I wanted to show you guys that I was very happy about. First and foremost, I want to thank PGH Zombie. I screwed up your user handle on the last video that I made. PGH Zombie is, as in Pittsburgh Zombie. He's doing some really cool videos, and he gave me a really nice shout out on his latest video. So thank you, good sir. I appreciate that. Also want to welcome all my new subscribers. I know Jim Stanley just subscribed. Any of you guys that have subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it. If you guys enjoy this content, please do me a favor, like and subscribe down below. I would very much appreciate it. I'm trying to build up my subscriber count. Hopefully at some point I can get to 1,000 so I can start monetizing these videos. But I got a ways to go. So anyway, new this week stuff. This is stuff that was out on, I guess, the 1st, right? June 1st? Yeah, June 1st. So that's the DC Connect. Just picked that up. Promoting the upcoming DC books. Always pick up those freebies when you can. Never know when there might be like a first appearance or something in there. Okay, so we're going to do DC, followed by Marvel, followed by Independent. So Action Comics Annual, 2022 Annual. I picked this up, if you can't tell, because A, I'm a Superman fan, and B, this is a homage to Action Comics #1, and C, it's because it is the fantastic Steve Rude doing a cover. Steve Rude, of course, of Nexus fame. But yeah, I just was super stoked about this cover. And from what I could tell, I went to 2 different shops and it looked like it sold out. But I pre-ordered 3 copies just to be safe. So I'm kind of glad that I did. Because, yeah, I don't know if anything super special happens in that book, but you never know. This is Batman 2022 Annual. And I believe this is the first appearance of, what are they calling this guy? The Gray Wolf. So yeah, this also looks like it was selling out in some of the places I went to. This is cover A. I pre-ordered 2 copies of that. I always pick up these annuals because sometimes they can sneak something in there that you don't see coming. Shadow War Omega #1. This is cover A. Actually, I don't know if you guys are noticing, these are Mylar bags and boards. I actually had to reuse some of my Mylars from my old stuff because, like, right now Mylar is impossible to get. I've been using the polys to bag my books, but I actually haven't had time to go get more polys, so I actually had to go back and scavenge some of my Mylars from older books and use them for my newer books. But the older books I took them from are not anything special, so that's it for DC. Not too much exciting there. So we're getting into Marvel. So we got Alien #12. This is cover B by, is it Derek Chu, I think? Where's the signature? Is it right? Where's the signature? I think it's Derek Chu. Yeah, pretty sure it's Derek Chu. And I pre-ordered 2 of those. I mainly pre-ordered that because of the cover. I thought it was a really nice cover. I don't think there's anything super special in it. I did get another copy of Avengers #56. Jane Foster, Thor meets Jane Foster Valkyrie on the cover. That just seemed to be a hot book last week. Okay, so now this is a book a lot of people are kind of going nuts about this week. Now I pre-ordered, I think I pre-ordered 3 copies of this. I prepaid for them, and then I ordered an additional 2 or 3 copies for this week's pull list. And my shop, all of their copies, except for a handful, came in damaged. And that is Avengers Forever, #6, first appearance of the Vibranium Man, who then becomes something different by the end of the book. So I got 1 good copy of this so far. Now, the store is going to try to get replacements for the damages, but I actually went to a different store and all of their copies were damaged. So I don't know if I'm going to end up getting more of these or not. Right now I have one, but that may be a book. If you can find some nice copies, that may be a good one to get. I don't know if there was a problem with the printer, if it was all done in shipping, I don't know. But Black Panther number 6, cover A, just a really cool cover A. Black Panther number 6, this is the Asian Heritage Month variant cover with Ms. Marvel. So Ms. Marvel premieres next week, and I was going to tell you guys about it because I got a chance to screen it, the first 2 episodes of it. So I'll tell you that at the end of the show. I'll tell you what to expect. Captain Marvel number 38. This features a new creative team, new direction. Looks like it might be an interesting book. This is just the cover A. There's like multiple covers for it. Pre-ordered 2 of those. So this is an interesting book of the week. Carnage number 3. Why is this an interesting book of the week? Because there's a sort of reappearance, if you will, of a character that I think a lot of people kind of thought was done for. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if you don't want to hear it, just cover your ears for the next 5 seconds. It's Null. He reappears in this issue, but kind of in flashback. So I don't know what that means for the future of Carnage, but if you guys are fans of that character and you're wondering if they were going to do something with it again, it kind of seems like they will. So that's an interesting issue. And that's cover A. There's like multiple covers to that. I almost got, there was a variant, there was a Ron Lim ratio variant, and I almost picked it up, but it was kind of goofy looking. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 38. This is a book a lot of people are talking about this week. First appearance of Billy Morales in full superhero costume. There's Billy right there. Now, this was another book. I pre-ordered 3 of those, so I got 3 of those. This was another book that showed up damaged, and I was really upset because, again, I pre-ordered, I think, like 3 copies of this book, which means I prepaid for them, and then I ordered an additional 2 copies that I was going to pick up this week. I got 1 because the rest were damaged, and that's Miles Morales Spider-Man number 38, the Jen Bartel variant cover. This was an open order variant, but I figured it was going to be really hot, which is why I pre-ordered 3 and then added some to my pull list this week. So far, I've only got 1. So I'm hoping they'll get replacements for their damages, but this is getting really frustrating. And I'm pretty sure this is a Penguin Random House issue. So I don't know if these guys are ever going to get their stuff together, but it's really getting annoying. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 38. This is the Skrull variant cover. I think I pre-ordered this because I think they sold out at the store. Okay, so I got 2 of these. One of them I got from a shop that usually sells them at cover price. The other one I got at a shop and I got a bit of a discount on it. But this is the Miles Morales Spider-Man number 38. This is the design variant featuring Billy Morales. And what I paid for these was not crazy. I was happy with what I paid for them. I was more concerned because so many of the books were damaged this week. I was more concerned that these were going to end up being damaged, and it doesn't look like they are, but I haven't had a chance to take them out and inspect them yet, so we'll see. This is another one of those sad stories. So one of the stores I go to, I asked them if they could hold this for me, and they said sure. And I went to pick it up. This is the 1 in 25 variant cover, which features this new character on the cover. And I was super happy that they held it for me, and the price they charged me was very fair. And then I noticed when I picked it up, it's damaged right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little hard to make out. Yeah, there you go. So I'm hoping that I can maybe get this pressed. But even getting it pressed, it's probably not going to get like a 9/8 or anything like that. So that's frustrating. And it's one of those things where like I never know what to do because the store held it for me. I went to pick it up. It's damaged. So what do you do in that situation? Say, oh, hey, thanks for holding this for me, but I don't want it because it's damaged? Which I actually have done that before, and it made me feel terrible when I did it. But I don't know. It's just at some point, I kind of feel like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Especially when I'm paying a premium price. Like, it's not cover price. If it was cover price, I would almost feel like maybe, I don't know. Anyway, Moon Knight #1. This is the original Moon Knight #1, the facsimile edition that they put out. So all the same ads, all the same content. That's the only difference, the $3.99 cover price. But man, I loved this book when it originally came out. And it was one of the first back issues I ever bought from Marvel Comics. And unfortunately, I sold my whole Moon Knight collection, so I really wish I'd held on to that. This is Star Wars Darth Vader #23. This is the Chris Sprouse Lucasfilm variant cover featuring the Bad Batch. They just showed a trailer for the new season of the Bad Batch, which is coming back on Disney Plus. So this could be kind of a nice hot book in time. You never know. This I picked up. It was actually a book that came out, was it last week? But I missed, for some reason, this particular cover. This is Dr. Aphra #20. I think this is just cover B. There's 3 different covers for this book, and so this was one I didn't get. So I grabbed it because I missed it. And then this is another book that when it hit the shelves at the store that I go to, every single copy they had was damaged, so I didn't get it. And then I found it at a different shop, and they had some really nice copies. And that's Star Wars The High Republic #15, second printing. I just thought it was a nice cover, so grabbed it for my collection. Yeah, I'm really picky about condition, I know. Some people give me a hard time because they're like, why don't you buy comics to read them? Well, I do. I'm picky about condition. What can I say? And they talk like that, too. Why don't you buy comics to read them? Why don't you lower your voice a couple of octaves? All right, so this is Strange #3 featuring Clea. This book, I guess, is kind of a hot book this week because it features a cameo of, what is it, Agent No One or None? Is it No One or None? I think it's None. Agent None. N-O-N-E. Anyway, I may try to pick up a few more copies of that. This was a book I was supposed to get like a week ago, but for some reason they didn't get their copies in. This is cover B of The Fox from Archie Comics. And Dean Haspiel worked on this. It's got some Alex Toth artwork in it. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody? What is this? Oh, yeah. Something weird happened. So Grimm #2 came out this week, and I pre-ordered it. But for some reason, I think either they didn't get their copies or their copies were damaged and they had to reorder them. But they got another copy of Grimm #1, the foil variant, which I had originally ordered like 3 copies of this, and I think I got 2. So I guess this was just a late book. But now I got to go hunt down #2. This is a cool looking book this week. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. A buddy of mine, Devin Kraft, actually did this book. It's called Never Ender. It's from Behemoth Press. Now there's 4 covers on this book. And it seems like cover A is the hot one. Like that's the one that you want to get. This, I think, is cover B. And this is cover C. And I had actually ordered one of each, but for some reason the store that I shop at, they didn't get the cover D's, so I think this is cover C. And the cover A that they got was damaged. Story of my life, right? Red Sonja, Red Sitha, #2 came out this week. And somehow I missed #1. So I went back and I got #1. And what is it? Is this the Lyrics Lee? Is that who this is? Anyway, this is #1. And this is #2, which came out this week. Very similar covers, but yeah, I thought those look really nice. And they actually are in good shape. Okay, so now this is Another book that came out this week, Scorched #6. And this sort of completes the Jim Lee homage to X-Men #1 that McFarlane was doing. So, like, this is supposed to look like the cover that had Magneto on it. I noticed something interesting about this book. So, if you guys buy this book, if you go to your store, look in the upper corner right here, like right there, and almost every single copy of this book has a nick on the cover. And like a sharp edge hit the side of every single cover. I managed to find 2 that did not have it, but every other copy I saw had it. So I guess it's a printing error. So I just grabbed these 2. And that's it for my new this week stuff, but hold on. Excuse me. Because I have one very special book I want to show you guys. I was able to find this in the back issues, and I was really stoked about it because this is a book, I actually had this at one point and sold it, and then I noticed on, Comic Book Speculator, whatever, CBSI, whatever, I noticed that they were talking about it because they were saying it was the first appearance in comic book form, and I thought, oh, yeah, that was a cool book. I wish I still had that. So I found it, and the store I found it at was having a sale. Their sale was 20% off all back issues. Speed Racer #1 from Now Comics. This is not an easy book to find. Now, what's funny is when I started collecting comics in the 90s, this was a book you could probably find in quarter boxes. But now it's, no pun intended, Now Comics. Now it's a lot harder to find. It's a lot trickier to find. Now they had it marked at $8. And I would say this copy is probably like a very fine near mint. I'm going to probably have it pressed. I might even have it graded just because it is such a rare book. It's got an advertisement on the back for Rust. Anyway, really cool. Was that Ken Stacy artwork on the cover, and I just love the look of this book. It's got the Mach 5 reflected in his goggles there. So yeah, I was really happy to get this. So I think with the 20% off, it was like what is that? 680? Is that right? What's 20% of $8? Anyway, a small price to pay. So very, very happy to get that. That's it, guys. That's all I got. Hope you guys found some cool stuff this week, and hope you're having luck at your comic shops and whatnot. If you missed it, I posted up my long-awaited quarter comic haul from Free Comic Book Day from Zeus Comics. They had an amazing quarter comic sale, and I picked up 2 long boxes worth of stuff from them. So check that out. It's like little over an hour long video, but there's some fun stuff in there. Once again, PGH Comics, or PGH Zombie, sorry. Thanks so much for the shout out in your video. I appreciate it. A couple of quick shout outs I want to give here. Of course, Comic Crypt of Castle Hills. Tito with Kingdom Comics, he just put out a new video. By the way, Comic Crypt of Castle Hills, he has a really cool video that he's showing off like these concert t-shirts that he got. And then he actually shows clips from the concert, which I thought was a super cool idea. You know, and it made me want to go back and look up clips from some of the concerts I've been to. Although I don't really have any memorabilia. I might have ticket stubs, but I don't think I have any t-shirts or anything like that. But yeah, I thought that was a really cool video, so check that out. Fred Hall Direct Edition. Fred, listen, I'm being serious here. I want you to box up some of that pepper steak and rice and send it my way, okay? Because that stuff looked too delicious for you not to. So Fred Hall Direct Edition. Check out those videos. New World Order Comics, Seeking Near Mint Comics, The Doom 143, Mr. Rigor Mortis 86, Spidey Fan, Sean Hogan, Free Energy, Louis V. Louis, you got to contact me. What's going on, Louis? DallasComicShow@gmail.com. Please, you're teasing me. Who else do I want to say? Did I say Ian Hunter? Oh God, am I going to leave anybody out? I hope I don't leave anybody out. JCJ Comics. I always kind of screw his handle up when I say it because he changed it. It was Cables Comics, and now it's JCJ Comics. But yeah, lots of really cool people posting stuff. And again, one of my new subscribers, Joe Stanley. Anytime I get a new subscriber, I'm going to try to remember to shout him out if I can think about it. But yeah, really cool stuff being posted on YouTube. If you guys want to find out more about me, you can go to bigfanboy.com. That's my movie news and review website. Oh, another new subscriber, Richard Dela Cruz. Thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate it. And you can also check out DallasComicShow.com. The next Dallas Comic Show is August 12th and 13th. DallasComicShow.com for more information on that. And yeah, that's all I got, guys. I hope you guys had a chance to check out Top Gun Maverick. I thought it was really cool, really a gas. Oh, I'm going to tell you real quickly, because I promised I would. So Ms. Marvel hits next week on Disney Plus. I got to watch the first 2 episodes of this. Now, I got to admit, I'm not a huge Ms. Marvel fan. I have picked up some of the books, and I do like some of the books, but I'm not really what I would call a fan of the character. But the show is really, really good. Really good. Like, it's, first of all, it is the best looking Marvel show I have seen so far. And yes, I'm including WandaVision, all the other Loki, all that stuff. This is the best looking Marvel show I've seen so far. They really knocked it out of the park on like the cinematography, everything about it. Special effects are great, editing's great. The main girl that plays Kamala Khan, she's awesome. Like, she's really likable, really endearing. She does a great job. So I got to see the first 2 episodes, and it does a pretty good job of kind of, you know, introducing the character and, you know, showing you what she can do. But I think it's going to have to get a couple more episodes in before it really becomes like the Ms. Marvel that we know from the comics. Because right now she's just kind of like discovering the power and learning how to use it and things like that. It's more of the origin. So we still got more episodes to go before she becomes Ms. Marvel. But I really dug it. I think the only thing I would say, and I don't even really consider it a complaint, more of an observation, is it is very obvious that they're gearing this towards like a high school crowd. So it's the first time I've ever felt old watching a Marvel series or anything Marvel, like, and I include Spider-Man in that. This is the first time I really felt old. I felt like, yeah, I'm way older than the demographic that they're catering this to. But that's fine, because the character of Ms. Marvel, it should be geared towards a high school demographic. So I think the kids are going to like it. I dug it. I thought it was fun. And I think it does a really good job of existing within the Marvel Cinematic Universe while still very much being its own thing. Like, it's not relying on, you know, stuff that came before it, at least not so far. It's very much its own thing, but also very much exists within the Marvel continuity as we know it. You know, it does reference some of the other films and some of the events that took place in the other films, and I think they did a really good job with that. So I'm on board. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool series so far. Like I said, it's obviously not made for me, but I'm okay with that. I think the people that like this character are going to really enjoy this show. So check it out. I think it premieres on June 8th. And yeah. And then, like I said, check out Top Gun Maverick if you haven't already. Check out Obi-Wan Kenobi if you're not watching it already. You're missing out. It's great. It's like classic Star Wars. It's really fun. That's all I got, guys. I'm Mark Walters. I'll see you on the next episode of Mark's Comic Call, y'all. Take care, everybody.